Hello. Okay, so I thought I had set this up earlier, and apparently I did not. I thought I did. So there's gonna be a whole lot of like extra space up here. Can I move it down some? Oh, nope, I cannot. Problem with this thing. There it goes. Okay, so I could lower my stand, or I could just let it be. I think I'm gonna have to just let it be. It's okay. How y'all doing? Hope you guys are doing well. It is rainy and cold here today. It was like 70s, 80s last week. And we've had rain since yesterday. And the high today was only like 53. And I've had the windows open the majority of the day, and I actually had to close them about an hour and a half ago because it was cold. Hi Milo, how you doing? So Montana's got this weird like rain system going through, and we never get rain, so that's really, really weird. But it helps because all those California wildfires and the wildfires that have popped up in Montana, the amount of smoke that is coming through is ridiculous. So the rain is helping a bit with that, but we need the rain really to put those fires out because it's only getting worse. So there you go. Hope you all had a good weekend. My husband worked most of the weekend, so I spent a lot of the weekend kind of planning ahead for the next few months. I, of course, posted on the Instagram account the next couple months of Facebook Lives. Of course, it's in the events on my Facebook page. So if you want to check those out, you can, see what's coming up. Give me your ideas and let me know what you want to see. But I do want to go ahead and tell y'all that I have posted through the end of October, and I am looking ahead into November and December. But we have some pretty big changes that may be coming up later on this year. We don't know when or if they will happen, but I may have to cancel a couple of Facebook Lives. I may still do something those Monday nights, but I may have to, cancel like, an actual planned topic or whatever. So, there's nothing in the works at the moment. At the moment, I'm still sticking to, schedule and planning ahead, but I may have to go in one day and cancel a bunch of events because we got some stuff that may be coming up. No telling. For someone that likes to plan, I don't like that. Being able to plan ahead is like my favorite thing in the world. And I don't like spontaneous things that pop up. So, there you go. Alright, so tonight's August 20th, 2018. Can you believe in 2 weeks it'll be September? I know the majority of the nation has already started back to school. The kids here in Montana start back on Thursday, the 23rd. I think it's Thursday. 20, 21, 22, yeah, Thursday. They start back on Thursday. And then, actually not all of them do. A lot start back on Thursday, some start back next Monday, and then I think there's one district that actually doesn't start back until like after Labor Day. Yeah, Labor Day. So, but I do know the majority of the country has gone back to school. There you go. All right, so tonight we are going to make a watermelon martini. And I chose this one because with school starting back, to me, the end of summer is when school starts back. I mean, think about it. All the fun summer things that you could do during the summer, once you go to school, they just don't happen. So, yeah, it's kind of our last like summery martini or whatever. Next week, or not next week. Next martini will be, a fallish kind of one. So, there you go. We're gonna do the watermelon martini. I did a watermelon Jolly Rancher. I don't know if it was last summer or beginning of this summer. Either way though, this one's a slightly bit different, but watermelon martini. So you need watermelon schnapps, watermelon pucker. I've got watermelon pucker. I don't know if watermelon schnapps and pucker is different. All I ever find is watermelon pucker, so we're going with that. Vodka and lime juice, splash of lime. You only need a tiny bit of lime. Of course, shake it with ice. You need 1 part watermelon schnapps. And y'all, this is one of those, watermelon schnapps is one of those that I never thought I would like. I like watermelon the fruit. I like watermelon flavored things, but there's something about watermelon schnapps that I was just like, that can't be good. I love it. Mix it with a little bit of cranberry juice. Wonderful. All right, so you got 1 part watermelon schnapps. You need 2 parts vodka. 1, 2, and then one of the best combinations with watermelon is lime. So a splash of lime, and I hope I just do not do much at all, because I typically put in like too much. So splash of lime. So 1 part watermelon schnapps, 2 part vodka, and a splash of lime. Mix all that together and pour, and I bet you it's not even filled glass. So I probably should have doubled it. Yep, doesn't matter, it's fine. It is what it is. Hey, I'm gonna taste it. I bet you it's gonna be pretty good, because you know, I like watermelon flavored stuff. So let's see. Yep. A little bit, I mean, I only put a little bit of lime in, you saw that. So I probably should have put just a tad less lime. That's good. There we go. All right. So, since I said most everybody has gone back to school. Montana starts back this week and next week and later on this month. I mean, Montana is, of course, we didn't get out till like, you know, the end of June, middle of June. So, but anyway, I know that homework is a big stressor for a lot of families. They go to school all day, they come home, mom and dad come home from work, everybody's tired. Nobody wants to deal with homework. So they come home from school, getting children to do anything really. I mean, it could be chores, it could be just feeding the dog, whatever. Getting children to do anything is difficult. Only because you're telling them to do it. If they decided to do the exact same thing on their own agenda, guess what? They'll do it happily. But if you tell a child to do something, most of the time they are going to argue just because they can. So tonight we are talking about homework and ways that you can make getting it done a little less stressful, get it done more quickly. And these are all, little things that I've personally thought of, little things that when I did a little bit of research, things that I came up with. So feel free to, shoot your tips and stuff and everything in the messages. Let me know. Share with whoever is, watching or reading. That way, so, if it's not something I mention here, maybe you're helping someone else. All right, so the first thing, one of the most important things, and this is one of the most important things regarding anything when it comes to children, establish a routine. Establish a school routine. Children like consistency. Children like structure. They like knowing what's coming up. Establishing a after-school routine means they come in from school and they know exactly what's going to happen next and what is expected of them. When they know what's expected of them, guess what? Less behavior issues. So I made this chart. Now I made it really quickly, so it's not pretty. It's not, all fancy and stuff like that. It's just an example. So I made an after-school routine. Now, depending on the child's age, it may be different. And if you have more than one child, each child's routine may be different. If you have a 5-year-old and a 10-year-old, your 5-year-old's workload compared to your 10-year-old's is going to be completely different. Your 5-year-old's, what you expect of them is going to be completely different than 10-year-olds. So you cannot give the same schedule. Well, you could. It just has to be different time frames. And possibly, you know, more or less that's required of them. So, develop a school routine. That way, so every single day when they come in from school, they know what to expect, they know what to do. And that means it's less of you sitting here, you're supposed to be doing this, you know, pointing that finger or whatever. So, it depends on child's age. It could be a different routine for each child. You may need to make a checklist, a list for each child. Hey, Sarah! And yes, Milo. Oh, yes. And then, I'm looking at my notes here to make sure I don't forget anything. If it's a younger child, you may have to be really specific and really list every single thing out. If it's an older child, you may be able to just do, you know, small bullet points or whatever, and they know what to do. It depends on your child. There is no way I can sit here and make up a list for every single 6-year-old, because every single 6-year-old is different. So, like I said, generic list. It could be shorter, it could be less, or whatever. Just a after school routine. When they come in from school, put their shoes, jacket away, wash their hands and face. They just came in from school. They're bringing all those germs from school home. If you want your house to be a little bit healthier, that's one of the best things you can do, is just get them to wash their hands and face. Of course, feed them something. A lot of schools, a lot of times, don't feed their kids, or they feed the kids super early. I know that when I taught pre-K and parents were starting to get their kids into kindergarten, some of their lunches were at like 10:45, 10:50 in the morning. That's super early for lunch. So you would guess that if they're coming home at 3:30, 4 o'clock, they are hungry. Think about how you are when you're hungry. So getting them a snack. So come in and take off, you know, the shoes, jacket, backpack, wash hands, face, a snack, unpack the backpack, make them give whatever important notes, to parents. Go ahead and give you that notebook that, you know, parents have to sign off on or whatever. Lunchbox in the kitchen. And then, one of the most important things, give them 15 minutes to run around, dance, play, whatever. They need some of that energy to come out. So, yeah, I know. Milo, when I was a senior in high school, it was the year that we changed over to like the block system or whatever. So my lunch originally, years prior, was like 11:30. Well, when it went to that block system, it went to after 1 o'clock. And eating breakfast at 7 o'clock in the morning and not eating again until 1:30 in the afternoon, it was a huge stretch. And that was high school. We didn't have mid-morning snacks. So yeah. Anyways, give them 15 minutes to run and exert, some energy. Now, then they go to gather homework, then complete homework. And then, once they complete homework, they need to plan or work on any kind of upcoming projects that they may have. When they're older, they're probably going to have projects that, are going to be coming up. So, you can plan for or work on those. That way, so you're not waiting until the night before to do them. And then, of course, before the homework gets thrown into a book bag, have mom or dad, check it. It's always good, just to make sure you did it correctly and that you're doing it, really. So make it a requirement that you check the child's homework. Then put homework in backpack, pack backpack for the next day, and put it next to the front door. Now, I put down here, if desired, continued lists for the rest of the day or evening. So you could go through and say, play for 30 minutes, dinner, then bath, then story, then bedtime routine, whatever. You could make, like I said, you could detail every single bit. You can make it as short as you want. Completely up to you, up to your child. This is just a small example. But you need to have what they do when they immediately come home from school, put in snack time, put in a rest and play time, and a homework time. That's the general idea. But what you want to reiterate to your child is if they do their homework first, guess what? They have the rest of the evening to do whatever they want. Get over and done with. That's it. Okay, so next thing, oh, I did want to say, no, I don't want to say just yet. Never mind. I got my note. Like I said, there's a lot of different ways to sculpt it together. Next thing we're going to talk about is the space. The space. Get your child involved in creating a space that is going to work for them to do their homework in every day. If your child's involved in making that space, it helps them build responsibility. That gives them some ownership into, it's their space. If they've got some ownership, guess what? They're more willing to work in that space if they have a say-so. Make it one dedicated space. It's not going to be in the kitchen, y'all. Guess what? If your child is trying to do homework in the kitchen, they're going to be watching you cook. They're going to be watching sister play. They're going to be watching this, this, and this, and this. A lot of times the TV's on. If they're in the kitchen, that tends to be, you know, the central hub of the house. Homework space in the kitchen is not a good idea. Find a space in the house that is away from any kind of distractions. It's got good lighting. Is away from the TV. All the other kids, you know, aren't running around playing. It's quiet. Okay, make it a flat work area. Of course, ideally, you'd want a desk. Sometimes you don't have a desk. Sometimes you can throw a piece of, you know, plywood on the floor and make it a desk or whatever. So just give them a flat work area that has enough space. Give them a comfortable seating and easy access to supplies. We're going to talk about that in just a second. In this area, you may need a project or task board depending on the age. If they've got to plan for a lot in the future, that task board is good for, you know, just being able to write notes themselves and sticking it up on the task board. Put a clock in the area. Children need breaks. Think about how you are. If you are given an assignment and you are told that you have to get it done now and it's due tomorrow, you find yourself every, you know, half hour just looking away, getting distracted, whatever. Give the child a break every 15 to 20 minutes, depending on their age, especially if they're having to look at like a laptop or computers or some kind of screen that kills the eyes. So every 15 to 20 minutes, if they have a lot of homework, can help break up, you know, they get distracted really easily, so that helps break up the distractions a little bit more. So if they're younger, breaks every 15 minutes or so. You can have a clock and you can mark it on the clock for this is when they take a break. Yeah, there you go. And the next thing is make sure each child, I think I said already, has their own space. You don't want little Jill and Jack working next to each other doing their homework. Because guess what? Instead of doing their homework, they're going to be, you know, chit-chatting to each other. Each child has their own space. Each child has their own, you know, supplies and everything. Less distractions. Get it done quickly. Now, we're going to talk about the items that if you make a homework space. Oh, wait, no. First, actually, I have some pictures. Forgot about this. Alright, so this is what I was talking about, the clock thing. This is something I just found online. And this is, I think, actually regarding the entire evening. So they come home from school. They do, I don't know if you can see it, the homework, the free time, then dinner, then they read. And then it has a space right here that is left blank. So if they have dance or if they have some kind of extracurricular, activity, so you can mark it in there. So all you do is you take a clock that is motorized, battery powered, whatever, and you just mark the areas. That way, so when the hand reaches that part, they knows what they're supposed to be doing. Again, dependent upon each child. There's the clock. You could use a silent timer. If you can find those hourglasses that 30 minutes, an hour, do that. Don't use a timer that you can sit there and hear it, click right there next to them. Think about, how much pressure that is for you to be trying to do something when you hear that constant countdown. So, anyway, all right, so these ideas to make a homework station. Super simple ideas. You could go with, if you don't have a desk area or an area that you can dedicate specifically for homework. I know how space is in homes. You can get like one of those portable rolling carts. They got all sorts of craft carts, moving carts, that cube shelving, whatever. They've got that cube shelving at Target for like $9.99 or whatever. Just a space for you to be able to put all of the supplies they may need on the shelf. Hey, bye Milo. Good luck tomorrow. Whatever it is, good luck. So, some kind of portable shelf or whatever. Anyway, have all their supplies ready and available. It could be as small as a tray. Something that you just, one of those, think about like breakfast in bed trays, just a bed tray that you pick up and carry in. Just have the supplies you need on it and carried in. A binder. I found this and I had not thought of this before. Get a binder and put one of those pencil pockets, whatever in it, with all the pens, pencils, crayons, whatever you need. Do another one that's got like rulers and scissors and glue and all that kind of stuff. And then stuff it with all the paper they may need for whatever projects. You can have a homework binder. It does not have to be that deep. Look at what you have available in your house and work with what you have. If you don't have it, guess what? It's okay. You can find a way to create a homework space that works with your family. And this one is my absolute favorite. I seriously doubt anybody has the extra space to do this, but if you do, this is an incredible idea. Take a closet and remove the doors. All it take was putting in a tiny little bit of edging on the inside where you would want to place a piece of plywood or whatever. And guess what? Throw some you probably already have shelving in there. There's a homework space inside of a closet. I love that idea. Anyway, those were just some things I printed out. Okay, now in the homework space, of course, dependent upon the child. I bought just one of these little shower caddies. I don't even think it's a shower caddy. I think it's actually just like a school utensil kind of caddy thing. At the dollar store. Guess what? $1. $1. And I threw in some folders. Inside one of the folders, I have, regular, writing paper. You could throw in, construction paper, cardstock, whatever paper they may need. Got a notebook, but in, one side, make sure you just have any kind of paper they may need, any kind of notebooks, any kind of binders, folders, whatever. Make sure it's available. I got one hole here that has a calculator, but any kind of, writing utensils. I've got, highlighters, markers, I got markers, pens, pencils. I got an eraser, and I threw a calculator in there as well. And then in this one, dependent upon the child, you got scissors. If you've got a 5-year-old, personally, I wouldn't put scissors in there because guess where scissors tend to go? The hair. You don't want that. So, depending upon the child, you'll load it with what you got or what you think is good for them. Scissors, a stapler, a ruler, I got a hole puncher, glue, whiteout, tape, and then I have I'll get it out. I wasn't thinking this far ahead. I have a little jar here that has binder clips and tacks and paper clips and rubber bands, all that kind of stuff right there. And then I did throw some, like Post-it notes in there. So you load up the little caddy here with whatever supplies you think they may need to get them done with homework. This is something that stays in that space every single day. That way, so when they go to that space, they can get it done without coming out, I need this, I need that. Load it up with whatever your child may need. Some other items, you may want to have a computer and printer near them just in case. Like I said, binders, a dictionary, poster board, paint, pencil sharpener. Again, it's all dependent upon the age of your child. Some other things that can be used for the homework caddy could be, just like I said, basic tray. Those remote control caddies, one of those, a utensil holder, a shower caddy, if you go to the bathroom section, a shoe organizer. Hang a shoe organizer on the back of the door, throw all the supplies and stuff inside of it. Guess what? You made yourself a homework station. A bookshelf, a desk, of course, a closet like I showed. And then if you ain't fancy and you don't have the means or space, guess what? Just get a box and throw everything in a box. Just have all of the supplies they may need in one space. That way, so when it comes to getting their homework done, it's all together. They can get it done quickly. Less headache and stress. No searching, no spending, an hour looking for anything. Just one space to have it all. Yeah, there we go. I think that I've covered like all of my little bullet points here. I think. I'll probably think of something after. I think, yeah. So anyway, homework is stressful. It's stressful for the parent. It's stressful for the child. But one of the best things you can do, like I said at the very beginning, is establish a routine and be consistent. Every single day they come home and they know that mama's going to say, do this. If they know it, guess what? They're not going to argue with you. And they may argue with you, the first week. But after that, guess what? They give up and they just do it. Be consistent. If they fight, be consistent. They argue, be consistent. That's the best thing you can do. Be consistent. It sucks for the parents because a lot of times they're screaming and arguing and fighting and crying and everything. Be consistent. Because guess what? They'll learn that you aren't going to change your ways. The rules are the rules, and they'll suck it up and they'll deal with it. Yep, I'm one of those kind of people. So that's one of the best things you can do. All right, now, because I know we are wrapping up on time. Yep, we are. Next week, guess what, y'all? No Facebook Live. No Facebook Live next week. Now, if you have an awesome tip, if you have an awesome cooking recipe, if you have a wonderful, organization hack that people may love, I welcome you to send me a video of you doing that, and I can possibly put it in during the time slot that I typically do Facebook Lives. So while I will not be here next Monday night, I welcome you guys to send me your personal things that you think that would be a good use of that time. So next Monday night, you guys will not see me. We've got family coming in from England. Yay! They're coming in on Saturday, and we're going to spend the week with them. We're going to be doing all the family stuff and being tourists. So next Monday night, no Facebook Live. The next Monday night, September 3rd, we are going to be talking about natural laundry solutions. I want y'all to do your research. I want you to go right now. Well, not right now. Wait till we get done here. Right after we're done here, go to your laundry room and pull out your dryer sheets, your laundry detergent, and any other products you use to do your laundry. Write down the ingredients that are on the back of those products and do some research. Plug those ingredients into Google. Look up the causes and symptoms and side effects of those ingredients. Some of your most harmful chemicals found in your home are found in your laundry products. So on September 3rd, when we meet back, we're going to be talking about natural laundry solutions, things that you can do to replace the items that are currently in your laundry room if they're not natural. And because this was our last summer martini, we're going to start with the cranberry almond kicker martini. So cranberry almond doesn't scream like fall. Yeah. So anyway, so there you go. I'm done for the night. Hope you all have a great rest of your Monday evening. I will see you guys in 2 weeks. So until then, bye.